The example we did internally was, draw a heart. We asked AI to draw a heart, something really simple. And then, we were talking about Purple Heart in the military. It drew a purple heart. Or then, we were talking about, the content is really, really important, and understanding that, whether it's medical, whether it's love, whether it's Valentine's Day, those making sure there's an understanding. And it's a really basic example, but it's also very important to realize that you got to make sure you're also teaching AI accordingly.
Speaking of like model training and stuff, Anthropic, which produces Claude, came out with a paper that stated that the title was "Poisoning Attacks on LLMs Require a Near Constant Number of Poison Samples." And what's interesting about that, and kind of breaking that apart, is just 250 bad documents can introduce security vulnerabilities in large language models, pretty much regardless of model size. So from 600 million to 13 billion parameter models. There's a tremendous amount of risk currently with like integrating these AI-based systems, like let's say your CRM, right? And you're going to do that through the Model Context Protocol, right? You do not know with, absolute certainty what's going to occur whenever that happens. And it's really difficult because these large language models are just trained off of crawled web data to understand what's in them and how they've been influenced and where they can leak information. And as we expand these systems to have more tools, right, like more agent-based systems, I think that problem's only going to become worse. And we've seen like across the developer landscape, we've seen like numerous AI-based like code analysis tools actually have quite critical like remote code execution RCE vulnerabilities. And I think it's just not a solved problem, just like the hallucinations, despite state-of-the-art attempts at fixing hallucinations, fixing prompt jailbreaks, bad training input data. It's just really fundamentally not solvable with current architectures, these large language models. And there's just a tremendous amount of risk with using them with your business currently that isn't seen, obviously. Right. It's gonna show up.
It kind of complements that MIT study that was just released where, I think it's like 95% of those pilot AI programs that companies were trying out, they didn't see any benefit to them. I mean, that's 95%. Forbes had one with that they cited, I think it was an Infosys, where 5% of the C-suite personnel at these institutions where they're trying to apply some AI models, 5% saw any sort of financial gain in using, those AI models. And again, it goes back to that constant monitoring. And it's not to say there are so many things AI is good at, but again, you're seeing that 5% where they're finding success. Well, there's a reason behind that.